while I was doing it.
Yeah.
It's a business. It's a little weird, right? Like we want to be with our guys. You know how it is.
Yeah, but I still would respect it if you were there in your Jets jersey because you were there.
Yeah,
before,
I might just have to do
know?
that again. I miss those days. Why don't, since I know there's there's like 3,000 plus people here, so a lot of people have come from my account.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you talk about adversity? This is what I want to talk to you about. So you're like my favorite, and you know, for many reasons, it's so fun to have, like, so many people don't know the truth about any people in the world.
Right.
And then there are people who know the truth about their relationships. So your circumstance and our relationship is like one of the more interesting things in my life, because I don't know if I've ever been more confident that, much like some of the stuff with sports cards and startups, I remember when we talked to Jordan and I watched a ton of film, and not that I'm an NFL expert, and then we spoke.
I would love to hear your thoughts on my film.
Dude, do you know the first person I signed was Alvin Kamara?
Yeah, I remember that. I remember you told me that.
Literally, we lost him during the process because we didn't really know what we were doing that first year. But literally, I watched YouTube videos. And I was like, the backup running back at Tennessee is going to be a superstar. Oh. So, like, I think I actually am sneaky for a normal human, but that wasn't it. It was just who you were. I was so confident that you were, like, truly, completely built humanly to be QB1 in the NFL. I knew that, you know, especially because I knew you weren't going to get drafted. I knew there was going to be a lot of serendipity to would life give you the opportunity for you to get there. So fucking you do. Like, it literally happens. Like, the thing that, like, undrafted QBs to truly be the starter in the NFL is, like, not a high percentage.
Yeah.
And then you fucking have a real fucking injury this year.
Yeah, a real one.
So I'm really curious, because I think a lot of people who follow me come like me and you from adversity and have some success. I think because of what I do for a living, sports is not as high risk, and because I'm conservatively smart when I run businesses, I'm never going to have that major step back. Now, I can have health scare, my family can, that's really, but not on my craft.
Yeah.
Football's always scared me, because even if you're 100% right, you're playing such a violent sport. Take me through, obviously you get hurt, you know right away, right? When that
Immediately,
right.
Yeah.
And for me, I was devastated because I was watching in the background. I was with Xander, and then I got like 4 texts in a row, and I kind of looked back. I was like, fuck. And, you know, I hate the Giants more than breathing as a Jets fan, so I'm already pissed. Second of all, talk to me through the mindset of having all the perseverance to get to something a lot of people didn't think you could, and then to have a real life. I mean, you're still so young, but a real bump in the road to lose out on all those starting games. And, you know, it was not just being hurt, it's the missed out opportunity that you could have played out this year. Like, what goes through a young man's mind through that? How do you, like, help people that are listening right now think that through?
Yeah, I think you said a lot of things right there, but I think just kind of going back to it, when I was coming out for the draft, Brian and AJ and you were the only guys that wanted to sign me. If you remember that.
I do.
The only people that wanted to sign me, which is crazy. I was just telling him that. My guy right here. Don't worry about my box on the floor. I'm moving in. But yeah, it's crazy. And I think it started back in college. You know, I was a top recruit coming out, obviously, and then I had struggles in college. And, you know, it's just at the end of the day, it's like a self-belief, you know, and there's major, like, downs about my story. There's parts of my time where I was super down and had very little self-belief. But, you know, people like you, people like Jordan Palmer, people like my family just, like, kind of kept pushing me to have, like, the self-belief, because you look on TV today, and, like, I think especially in the sports world, it's like all these people on TV are trying to get, like, the clip on Twitter. You know, they're trying to say the most outrageous thing possible so they can advance their career, right?
Yes, it's taking down other people's buildings to build.
Exactly. And they have